Hello and welcome to this pick a card reading. My name is Rachel. I'm an intuitive energy healer and spiritual guide. We're going to be doing a pick a card reading today. It's the first one I've ever done. I'm really excited to start offering this. Feels very aligned for me. Couple of things before we get into it. I am available for one-on-ones. I just opened up my schedule again to be able to take one-on-one clients. I'm doing readings as well as energy heal readings. Did I say readings? I thought I said weedings. I don't know. I'm doing readings and energy healings. So there's a link for that in the description. And I'm also going to start offering a group energy healing meditation. I'm thinking I'll do it once a month, probably, depending on how many people are interested in it. There's a link for that in the description below. The first one is going to be May 19th. If you're watching this past that date, there's a new link in the description for the next upcoming energy healing meditation. It's going to be quite a powerful transformational container that we'll be able to co-create together. So if that sounds interesting to you, you can check that out in the description. So as always, use your own intuition here. If you feel a different message coming through than what I'm saying that feels more resonant for you, go with that, right? You know what's best for you better than I do. I am channeling a collective message here, right? It's for collective groups. So not everything might resonate. And if you feel like something different is coming through for you, like, listen to your intuition. So let's go ahead and get centered and tune into ourselves before we choose the card that we're going to select for your message today. So let's just close your eyes if it feels good for you. We're going to get grounded here, maybe visualizing roots growing out of your feet or the base of your spine going into the earth. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Another deep breath in and exhale. Good. Tuning in now to your intuitive channel, your inner knowing, your inner wisdom. Going in, going within, feeling your energy, your intuition, your innate knowing. Tuning into if there is a message here for you today. And now tuning into the cards, using your intuition to feel which card is most resonant for you. So tuning in now to which card feels most resonant for you. If you want to pause, you can. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale. Coming into our own knowing, our own wisdom, our own intuition. Using your intuition to decide which card you would like to choose. This is card 1. Card 2, card 3. Just take a moment to decide which one has the message for you. Group 1, if you chose card 1, let's see what that is. Okay. The rose quartz. Okay, we have air dragon. Helps you rise above earthly matters, communicate honestly, brings inspiration and hope, see life from a higher perspective. What a beautiful energy. I'm feeling a lot of clarity here. I'm feeling this kind of like clearing out, this kind of cleansing energy that air has. It feels like it's blowing away debris, anything that is like keeping you stuck, keeping you where you don't want to be. It feels like I'm also feeling this energy of the breath of life. Like the phrase the breath of life came to me, of like, it feels like breathing new life into something, maybe breathing new life into something you're working on, something that you're creating. Maybe it's like the new version of yourself, breathing new life into this new version of yourself. Yeah, it feels like bringing something to life. I'm getting chills as I say that. Communicate honestly brings inspiration and hope. Yes, okay, and like, I love that there are birds here in this image, and I love this dragon. I mean, I love this. I love dragons, and I love, I love this deck. And like the birds here, like I'm really picking up on like higher spiritual wisdom, higher perspective. Birds often represent a greater perspective, also connection to the spiritual, non-physical, being up in the air. Yeah, so I'm definitely feeling like opening up to a broader perspective, opening up to bigger picture, even like getting a bird's eye view of the situation, whatever it is that you're working with right now, working through right now, whatever it is you might be breathing new life into. But it does feel this need for clarity, right? This need for clarity to come through. And I'm feeling like the breath being like a cleansing force to help bring clarity, right? So if you don't have like a practice of breathing, and it doesn't have to be like a whole like big breathwork thing, but just taking a moment to like close your eyes, take a breath into your body, feel it go into your body, and exhale. It brings you into the moment. The breath brings you into the moment, and in the moment, in the now moment, is where we access our wisdom, our inner knowing, and that is going to bring us clarity, right? If you can breathe, focus on the breath, focus on your heart center, feel the cleansing energy of the breath moving through you. Maybe imagine it flowing out of your body into your energy field. Feel the breath just clearing away whatever it is that is keeping you in a place that you don't want to be, right? Okay, let's get some tarot. Which tarot deck are we going to use? Rider-Waite Tarot. Let's get some more clarity here on this air dragon energy. Just need to adjust here. There's a glare on the card. There we go. I can see it better. Okay. What more do we need to know here? What more information do we need with this message? The Four of Cups, the Three of Wands, and the Page of Swords. Okay. I'm going to put this up here actually. Okay, so we have the Four of Cups, the Three of Wands, and the Page of Swords. Amazing. Okay, this Four of Cups energy, it feels very, I'm really picking up on the stubborn energy that comes with this card. This also like the blinders energy. This card can speak to not seeing what's right in front of you. This card actually came up for the 2025 annual energy reading. So could be a little bit of that, just like the times, right, of the energy that we're moving through. Being in like a transition space can bring up resistance, right? And resistance is part of the process. It's normal. If there was no resistance, I don't even know if we would be in physical form. I think physical form brings resistance on purpose for a reason. Like our souls wanted to experience resistance and contrast and challenge. It's natural, right? Like we're just gonna come up against resistance, and like acknowledging the resistance as something that is leading you where you are meant to be, so to speak, where your soul wants you to go, to the place that's most aligned for you. Like using that as guidance, as direction. This Three of Wands here, this is about expansion, opening up to something new. I'm feeling breakthrough energy here. And again, full body chills as I say that. It feels like breakthrough energy. It feels like you're really kind of breaking through this old pattern, this old way of being, an old way of seeing things, an old way of reacting. Like maybe you're handling your emotions a little bit better than you used to, which is amazing. I love that for you. It's so powerful to be able to work with your emotions, and not let them be what dictates how you live your life, right? It does feel like breakthrough energy, like especially with this like breath of life, this cleansing energy from the air dragon coming through. It feels like this opening up. And then this Page of Swords, I love that this card came out here. Air energy is the sword energy, and the Page of Swords is there's a lot of playful energy here. There's a lot of curiosity here. Air is associated with the mind, mentality, and clear thinking, clear thought, and like having it, in combination with our air dragon here. This feels like very much opening up to like curiosities, like following curiosity, following play, experimenting with things, trying things, and being willing to fail with things, especially like, the resistance I spoke to. Sometimes I feel like often actually we get a lot of clarity when we take action on something that we're uncertain about, right? I know that I definitely can freeze up a little bit and get too caught up in my head about the choices that I'm making, and like, oh, is it aligned for me? Is it not? Like, and making it into something that, like, oh, if I take the wrong action, like everything's gonna fall apart, nothing's gonna work out, or like whatever, right? Like that's a thing that I'm sure we all experience. And trusting that like no matter what decision you take, your soul will redirect you, right? And like I said, we get a lot of clarity when we take action on something. Like we'll know if it was right or not, and then we get to redirect, right? We don't have to keep doing the thing that doesn't feel aligned for us. If we do something and it doesn't feel aligned for us, we can do something else. We're just gathering information, right? Okay, let's see what else is coming through here. The King of Cups. The Page of Wands. And we had a couple more pop out. Okay, 3 more. So, King of Cups, Page of Wands, and then our cards that popped out here, we have the 10 of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Ace of Swords. Ooh, I feel I feel what's coming through. It feels really, really good. Okay, let's start with these King of Cups, Page of Wands energies. The King of Cups, my first thought was harkening back to the emotional intelligence that you might be developing, or maybe you've had some pretty solid emotional intelligence for a while. It feels like kind of honing in on that. It feels like using that as like an anchor point almost. And like especially coupled with this Page of Wands here, because it does feel like Page of Wands can speak to taking a risk, doing something new, something maybe unexpected even, something different, something that feels really uncomfortable and out of the norm for you. And this King of Cups energy, it feels like trusting yourself. It really feels like trusting yourself, trusting that you know how to take care of yourself. And that, again, if you make the wrong choice, like, you'll be redirected by your soul. You'll find out. And there's no shame in making the wrong choice. I don't really believe in wrong choices. I don't believe in mistakes, really. I think that we are all just figuring it out as we go, and working on getting more into alignment as we continue to collect information about our lives when we make decisions, right? Yeah, this feels like I'm feeling the call for like a grounded, focused energy, even like when it comes to this Page of Wands energy, like intentionality, right? Intentionality behind the choices that you make. And again, that doesn't mean overthinking it to death. It means doing your best to align with yourself, with your inner world here, and like going for it. I do feel this kind of like going for it energy. Like being willing to take the next step, and like not being afraid of what is going to come of it, right? And of course, it's super, super normal for fears to come up, but not letting the fear be what dictates your next step. Okay, and then this 10 of Pentacles energy, Queen of Wands, Ace of Swords. This feels so fruitful to me. This feels like luxury and success and like contentment on a new level, satisfaction and appreciation for how far you've come, and really like having, like, acknowledging what you've created so far in your life, right? And maybe your life doesn't look like what you want it to look like right now. Like, you're here in this moment, you're open to receiving information like this, you're open to connecting with yourself, you're open to using your intuition to guide you. You wouldn't be here receiving this message if you weren't. And that is something that you have created up to this point, right? I think that we get really hung up on the material and things that we manifest in the material world, but like who you are right now is part of who you have created yourself to be, right? Yes, of course, our experiences shape us, and the way that we respond to them and what we do with them is us kind of like creating ourselves and molding ourselves, right? It feels like acknowledgement, especially with the Queen of Wands here. The Queen of Wands is such a potent, powerful energy. This is, I mean, she's known as the Witch of the Tarot. Apologies for my kitty and making noise back there. They're out and about, living their best lives. And this Queen of Wands energy, she's the Witch of the Tarot. This is really reading trust to me. Like, oh my gosh, I'm just feeling this potent, powerful knowing within yourself. Like this knowing, like, let's take a moment and like take a breath and like tune into this energy. This feels so potent and powerful, what I'm holding, what I'm feeling right now. Like, let's take a breath, deep breath in and exhale, tuning into your heart center, maybe into your solar plexus, breathing into your heart center, your solar plexus, and affirming your power. I am innately powerful. I am innately intelligent. I am an aspect of Source. I am a divine creator. I am a powerful creator. That is truth. Depending on where you're at, you may or may not feel that. You may not even feel what I'm feeling right now. I'm holding this energy for you, and you receiving this, like, it's in your energy field. whether you think it is or not. Like, it's there. um Again, you wouldn't be receiving this message, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't. So it's there for you. It takes a little bit of practice to tune into that, and like intentionality to tune into that, but like, we are so capable. Like, you are so much more capable than you probably think you are. Part of being human is living in this illusion that we're not powerful. And part of what's happening globally right now on a collective level for all of humanity is that we are waking up to our power. That's available to you. That is part of the process of ascension that we're going through. And this Ace of Swords, I mean, cherry on top, really, of like new beginnings, a new threshold that you've reached, a new capacity for experience and expansion and creativity, this new development within yourself of how you use your mind and focus your thoughts. And I'm definitely, like, again, the sword energy, the air energy with our air dragon here, it feels very much in relation to that, into this like breathing life into something new. This feels like direction. It feels like directing your breath, directing your focus. Like, what do you want to breathe life into, right? Interesting. Wow, this feels so clear and focused. This feels like the clarity coming through. That is something also that you can intentionally tune into, whether you're feeling the clarity or not, like with the breathing that you can do for yourself to like clear and cleanse out all of the gunk, whatever it is that's in your mind, in your aura, your energy field. Like, the breath is cleansing. So let's see what else is here. I'm feeling about 3 more cards coming through. This feels a little bit like final guidance cards. Okay, we have the Moon popping out, the 7 of Swords, and the Star. Okay, the Moon, 7 of Swords, the Star. Yes, these are our first major arcana cards to come out. So let's tune in here. I'm really like feeling, it feels very interesting to me to see the Moon and the Star on either side of the 7 of Swords, because it feels like I'm picking up almost this kind of like straddling 2 worlds energy, like 1 foot in the old world and 1 foot in the new world, or paradigm, right? Whatever it is you want to say, energy, way of being. The Moon is about, there's so much in the Moon that is of the unknown, finding kind of like acceptance or peace in the unknown. And that can be really challenging and scary, even to try to amend within yourself, reconcile within yourself, like being comfortable with not knowing exactly what's going to happen. It's really feeling back into this trust energy that came through with our King of Cups and our Queen of Wands, even the Page of Wands energy. It feels like really leaning into the trust that like things are changing, right? Like you're very much going in a new direction, going a new way, a way that is probably different from something that you've done previously. And there's no way for us to know 100% at all what is going to happen, right? Life is too variable. There are too many things at play in this world for us to truly know with certainty exactly what something is going to look like, exactly what's going to happen, exactly what's going to play out for us, right? And this 7 of Swords energy feels like a little bit of this attempt to control attempt to kind of maneuver in a way that, like, oh, maybe if I do this thing, like then I can have this happen, right? It feels a little bit like a manipulation energy, and that doesn't have to be super negative. We all have manipulation energy in us, to some degree. Everyone does. And it's just about us trying to like figure out what's going to be best for us, right? And that is of the ego, right? Like manipulation energy comes from the ego. And when we connect to our soul, that is where we can really feel into like true direction, like true understanding of like, oh, if I align with this energy, this is going to bring this to me. But this energy feels like trying to control and make things happen from a place of fear, from a place of lack or scarcity, like not believing that you're going to get what you want, or needing things to be a certain way, right? Yeah, it feels a little bit like not being willing to kind of roll with the punches, so to speak. Not being willing to kind of surrender to the flow of life is what I'm feeling. But the star energy, there's so much hope and healing in the star, and again having it with this Seven of Swords energy and the moon, it feels like a clearing out of this, right? It feels like maybe you're like done with this, and this is just an acknowledgement that like this is a thing for us. Like we definitely like live from our egos, until we wake up a little bit and start getting clarity on who we really are and what's going on. It feels like a clearing out, like a cleansing, a healing of this energy, and it just feels like having an awareness for it, um that it's like an option, right? And it was probably more of an option in the past than it is now, as you're opening up on your journey. That's really interesting here. Yeah, it feels like this closing of like this energy, right? Like this healing, this completion, this kind of washing away of like needing to control or manipulate to get things to go your way. Okay. Now I'm feeling final guidance cards. I feel like I could do this reading forever. Okay, let's get final guidance. Where's final guidance coming from? All right, we'll have it from this deck here. Final guidance cards. Okay. Okay. So we have the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Wands as your final guidance. This Ace of Cups energy, it feels like opening up your cup to receive, like allowing yourself to be available for overflow. Yeah, it feels like new overflow coming to you, and a call to like be ready and willing to receive that. And like the Knight of Wands energy, this is, I'm feeling like the potent action energy here of like taking this risk, maybe taking this new step, like whatever it is that you are heading in the direction of. This is like the call to take the action on it, from a very like connected place, right? From your Queen of Wands energy, from your King of Cups energy. Ace of Cups and Knight of Wands together. Yeah, I'm really feeling this kind of like, I got a visual too, because like Wands is fire, Cups is water, and I got this visual of like boiling water. It's like this Knight of Wands is being like, it's time to like transform, transmute, to do something different. Yeah, it's like this heating up of the water, whatever that means. Sometimes I get things coming to me, I'm like, I don't know exactly what that means, but yeah, it's like this boiling point almost. Like it's time, it feels like, to transition and change, and to really open up to like this new capacity, because I'm feeling this like this expanded capacity and like continued expansion of your capacity to create, to be present in your life, to be intentional, right? Wow, amazing. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this resonated with you. I'd love to hear what resonated with you, and have a blessed rest of your day. Hello, group 2. Welcome to your reading. Let's see what your card is. You had the calcite, orange calcite here. Okay, we have the courageous peony. Multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. Look at that beautiful card. I've really personally been connected to peonies a lot lately. Just like the energy of a peony unfolding. It's like there's so much in that flower, right? Like the petals are kind of densely packed in there. They're so beautiful. And so this card is about expression. It's about like, I'm feeling embodied expression, an expansion energy, like kind of this like new or different kind of way that you show up in the world. It feels like, oh wow, yeah, especially with like seeing like this individual here and the energy that this individual is holding. It's like this comfort in yourself. It feels like this like confidence and comfort in yourself and who you are that brings this natural expression through you, this natural expression of who you are. And like the multifaceted energy here, the unique nature here, it feels like connection with your soul. And like expression of your soul, letting yourself be seen. Yeah, it's like there's so much beauty within you. There's so much for you to share. Like look again at this card, right? Like this multifaceted energy in this card. There's so much more to you that maybe you haven't even discovered yet. Maybe you're like just now discovering. There are parts of you that want to be explored. There are creative aspects of you that probably want to be explored as well. It feels like this exploration of who you really are. It feels like an excavation almost, like digging down deep and like going into every single corner of you, right? To like explore and see who you really are. And of course with that comes like addressing shadow aspects, working with your shadow, and like the conditioning that we all experience, right? Like this is so much about undoing conditioning and like allowing the beauty of who you really are to shine through. And there can be a challenge in letting yourself be seen and letting yourself be yourself, right? Because because of our conditioning, right? Because of like the world that we live in and the expectations that the world has for people, like to behave or stay in line, or like, you know, don't go too off the beaten path because oh, something bad's gonna happen, right? Because there is unknown energy there. And also the energy of like, what if I'm not accepted if I just let myself be me? If I let like my light shine, if I really let myself unfold and become who I came here to be, like, will people still like me? Will I be accepted? Like, will I be okay, right? And that is like a very normal place to be, when coming into wanting to be yourself more. I'm in that space right now too, a little bit of like, you know, transition space into really becoming myself, this new version of myself rather, and this concern of like, is it gonna be okay for me to do that? Like, are people still gonna want to stick around? Is this actually like what I'm meant to be doing? Interesting. Let me tune into this card again. I'm feeling a heart energy here. It feels really, really important to be connecting to your heart right now, your heart center. This is the source of, like, the portal to our soul, the portal to our truth. This is like where this courage comes from. This, like, what I was speaking to in the beginning of, like, this like knowing who you are that allows you to exude the confidence that you have the potential to experience, right? Just like this confidence in who you are, because you know on a soul level who you are, and that, like, nothing can take that from you, right? Interesting. Okay. Yes, I'm feeling lots of, like, the beauty energy, the, like, letting your natural self come through. I'm feeling like artistic creative expression, definitely. Okay, I'm going to start pulling tarot cards because I'm really curious about what else is coming through here. The Knight of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Eight of Cups. Okay, Knight of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Eight of Cups. Wow, okay. I'm feeling like the grounded embodiment that comes from the Knight of Pentacles. It feels very solid. It feels very much, the Knight of Pentacles is very much about, like, taking the steps, like doing the actual thing. Like taking the grounded action, whatever that is for you right now. And, like, with the Wheel of Fortune here too, it feels like I'm picking up on, like, transition energy here. I'm feeling this, like, things are going to work out as they are designed to. This feels like I'm feeling trust here, trusting your soul. The Eight of Cups is so much about walking away from something that may have been fulfilling. Okay, now I'm getting a little bit more clarity here. This, like, having this Eight of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune here, it's like moving in the new direction and letting it unfold as it should. Like, not as it should, like, as it will. It's like this unfolding energy. Yeah, like this transition, this unfolding energy, the trust energy of, like, relying. Oh my gosh, I'm feeling like this reliance upon this, like, Knight of Pentacles energy. Like, there is this solid, steady, grounded, stable energy available to you, whether it's within yourself, maybe you feel that aspect in yourself, or maybe it's your relationship with source and the universe. It feels like this really, like, this safe energy, this, like, trust in the safety that, like you're on the right path. Oh my gosh, it feels very much like this trusting that you're on the right path, especially as you are, like, walking away from something that didn't align for you. This also does feel like walking away from the old version of yourself, creating, like, your new way of being, creating this expansive, just, like, I'm feeling such, like, divine feminine energy heal, this, like, free flowing, like, open to whatever is going to come. Again, like with the Wheel of Fortune, like being open to, like, whatever is going to come for you. And there is this energy of, like, a little bit of not knowing, a little bit of the unknown of what is going to come. But there's this, like, peace and bliss and excitement in that, because you have such a like solid, steady relationship with yourself. Maybe even with the direction that you're going in, maybe you have like this confidence in the direction you're going. You're just like, no, like I'm not doing this shit anymore because it doesn't align with me anymore. Like I know who I am and what I need, where I'm going, what I want, and I'm gonna do that. Ooh, that feels so good to me. This like just this like certainty in yourself and in like the direction you're walking in, because there's this level of trust that you have made it through everything that you've experienced before, right? Like you've survived every experience you've had up to this point. Like you're going to survive whatever it is that is coming next for you, right? Yeah, I want to tune back into this Eight of Cups energy here. This feels like a very deliberate choice was made or is going to be made. It feels like a very, very deliberate, like a line is drawn in the sand of like, this is the past, this is the present, right? Like this is what I was, or what life was before this moment, and this is what it is now. Yeah, this like clear drawn line of being done with something, it feels like. Interesting. Let's get some more cards. Okay. The Hierophant. The Seven of Pentacles. And the Lovers. Ooh, interesting. Okay. The Hierophant. The Seven of Pentacles. And the Lovers here. Interesting. The Hierophant to me is so much about being your own teacher, your own guide, your own source of information. When it comes to you, really, obviously there's so much outside of ourselves that we can benefit from, but ultimately when it comes down to it, like you are the decider of your life, right? Of who you are, of what you do, how you spend your time, who you are, right? This feels like be your own guru, right? Like be your own guidance in your life. Obviously receiving readings like this can be very supportive and affirming, and help you open up more to potentials, to yourself and your soul. But like you, again, like this is your life, right? The Seven of Pentacles, I'm really picking up on the patience energy here. This feels like patience with yourself. This feels like patience with like different parts of yourself. The Lover's energy, I'm feeling this like these like different aspects of who you are, maybe kind of even like vying for your attention. And this feels like a call to integrate, especially with the Hierophant here. This card feels like integrating your divine masculine and feminine, allowing them to work together, and like having a balance with it. It feels like not okay. Yes, it feels like not letting yourself be just one thing, right? Like again, with this multifaceted energy in the Courageous Peony card, it feels like you are not just one thing. You are not just one identity. Like that's such a weird thing to say, but it's like you have so much within you that is contributing to who you are, right? Like maybe some days you do lean more in your masculine energy, but you do, like, some other days you lean more in your feminine energy, or whatever it is, right? Like some days you feel like really creative and or like really nurturing and gentle and really in the flow, and then other days you feel very like precise in what you want to do and clear and like taking action and organized. It feels like letting yourself be whoever it is you are in that moment, which feels like kind of a brave thing to do. And that feels like where this like courageous peony energy is coming through. It's like really just like being present with yourself in the moment and letting yourself like experience yourself, letting yourself receive yourself, letting yourself express whatever it is that you want to express, right? And my recommendation with this message coming through is to take time that you would like, maybe you have like a time where you meditate or something. And I would say like explore yourself, like explore like the different parts of yourself. Sit down in meditation, connect with your soul, connect with your breath, with your body, and open up to receiving different parts of yourself, and feel into them, and how do they want to express, and how do they want to work together to create this integrated expression of your life, right? This integrated creation that is you, really, that is you. Yeah, that's very interesting. Let me tune back into these cards here. I'm feeling this level of like understanding, right? It feels like there needs to be a little bit of an acceptance of like the variability in who you are, that you aren't just one thing. You aren't meant to just stick to being one identity your whole life, one version of yourself your whole life. Like you're meant to really like unfold and unfurl, like the peony, how it unfurls and it opens up more and more into this beautiful expanded expression, right? It's like, yeah, it feels like really being open to that. Let's take a moment and breathe here and like tune into this energy of you letting yourself unfurl, unfold, like become who you are in this moment, like coming into the becoming energy. Let's take a breath and exhale. Another deep breath in and exhale. Come into your heart center. Visualize a white light there. Rebecca Campbell often will guide her students into visualizing a flower at the center of your chest. So I invite you to do that. Visualize a flower at the center of your chest and seeing each of the petals unfolding, opening up, expanding, blooming, blossoming. Breathe into your heart center, into this expansive energy. Feel into this creative expression of who you are, of who you came here to be. You're not meant to walk down the same path that everyone walked down before you. You're meant to create something new. You're meant to be yourself. And your life is meant to be a creation, an expression of who you are. Your life is an artistic expression, an artistic transmission of your soul and your energy. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, coming back into the space here. Really interesting energy here. Yeah, this like integration, this allowing and acceptance energy. Let's get more cards and see what else comes through. the Two of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and Strength. Wow. Two of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Strength. This card is balance, right? This card really is about ebb and flow. It's about like rolling with the punches, right? I don't know where that phrase came from. I'm gonna research that phrase because I don't know if it's violent. Anyways, this feels like going with the flow, right? Like kind of being on a ride and like kind of like riding the wave of life. That sounds weird too. but I'm going with it, right? I'm going with the flow here. I'm allowing this like this message to come through however it wants to come through. Yeah, this Page of Swords too. This feels so light. This feels like having a very light approach to life. Like releasing the seriousness of it all, right? Like yes, there are a lot of things that we need to take seriously in our life, in this world. And also it feels like lightening up a little bit so that you can like let go a little bit more. I'm like really kind of feeling this like like up here tension kind of energy, and this like releasing of it, like letting yourself play, letting yourself explore, try something new. And then like Strength, it really feels in connection to this deep knowing in who you really are, and it's like this unshakable knowing of who you are. Like no one can take who you are away from you, no matter what, right? Our souls are infinite. They are indestructible. They are the thread that lives with us in every single lifetime, in every single expression, from the moment we take our breath here and to when we transition and pass. Like our soul will then continue on. It has an infinite expression to experience, right? An infinite life, an infinite existence. This feels like connection to that. This also, I am really feeling like it feels connected to this Knight of Pentacles energy of like feeling the strength within yourself, like your physical body, like your physical existence. It feels like taking up space. Yeah, like connecting with your physical body and like moving and expressing in that way. I'm not sure if I spoke to that when I was talking about this, like how like being with yourself in the moment and letting yourself express in the moment, but it really feels like just doing intuitive movement, like connecting in with yourself and just like letting yourself move and flow in whatever way your body wants to express. This feels like getting grounded in that energy. Ooh, yes, I love that. Okay, let's see. What else wants to come through with this message? Okay, we're going to do final guidance cards here now. Let's see here. Final guidance for our group 2. Okay. Oh, that was a whole stack. We can't take that whole big stack. So we have our 10 of Cups, and the 3 of Crystals. Okay. 10 of Cups energy. This is like, oh my gosh, I'm feeling this like beauty energy coming through again. This like following your path, following your unique alignment, walking away from what is not serving you anymore, what does not align with you anymore. allowing your life to unfold as it may, as it will, without needing to like control what happens. Like that will bring you this this fulfillment that I feel like maybe you've never experienced before, like a new level of fulfillment and appreciation and embodiment and expression. 10 is completion energy, and it feels like there's a culmination of expression coming through you of your soul and like your inner child too. I'm feeling inner child wanting to come out and play and like living in that space. Wow, like if you can live from that space more often, like that will bring you so much joy and satisfaction and fulfillment. And then the 3 of crystals here, this feels like a potent decision was made and you're like now rolling with it, right? Like you made the choice to, again, like step away from something that wasn't working for you, and you're doing this like inner work to integrate, this embodiment work, to be with yourself, to be present in the moment of who you are. And like you're going that way. 3 also is expansive, and then the crystal energy is earth energy. This feels like very grounded expansion. This feels like presence in your body, kind of reiterating a lot of what I was saying already, of like being really present with yourself and in your body. And like look at like the expression that this individual is holding, right? Like this beautiful sparkly dress, this a little bit of like a sassy maybe pose here of like, this is who I am and this is who I came here to be, and like walking the path from this place, from this energy. And that is like, gosh, that's honestly the dream, right? To be so embodied in yourself and who you are. Like that feels like living your purpose. Knowing yourself on such a deep level, and like a really grounded and like present space. And then like, again, like letting yourself be your leader, be your guiding light. Like that is living your purpose. That's what I feel like is coming through right now. Let's see, anything else want to come through here? Yeah, okay. Do those recommendations if it feels aligned for you, of really like getting present with yourself, getting in your body, and just letting yourself move in whatever way your body wants to move, and feel what it feels like to just let that be your existence in that moment, right? And then as you practice that, like that will integrate into your life, and you'll be able to show up in that way in other areas of your life, right? The more that you practice being present and embodied. So I hope this resonated with you. I would love to hear what resonated with you, and I hope you have a beautiful, blessed rest of your day. Hello, group 3. Welcome. You had the black tourmaline card, and we are now going to get into your reading. So we have ancestral messages, connection, belonging, asking for help. Wow, this is such a beautiful card. Just like really sinking into the energy of it here. Wow, I'm feeling so much support from your ancestors. Our ancestors are so excited that we're here. That might sound a little weird to say, but they're so grateful that we are on the path that we're on, and they're so supportive of us too. And I also believe that they're not judging us either. Just like our guides and our angels aren't judging us, I feel like there isn't judgment towards us. Like they feel like a safe space, right? Yeah, it feels like aligning with your ancestors of the light opening up to like receiving guidance from them, receiving input and information from them. There's so much that we don't know about what happened with our ancestors, right? Like our ancestors, everyone from our lineage, they had a life, right? Like they had a life where they struggled, where they made choices, and maybe those choices didn't feel right, but they had to do them for whatever reason, right? Like they had struggles, but they also had love, right? Like they had like beautiful experiences, right? And I want to say like maybe because like historically life on earth has been really really hard. Especially depending on like what lineage you're a part of, right? Like obviously there are people who have been treated so poorly, terribly, inhumanely throughout history. And like I want to first of all acknowledge that, right? Because we all come from different backgrounds, we all have different information that we carry in ourselves and in our energy fields that comes from our ancestors, from our ancestral line, that like runs through our bodies. It's a part of our blood, it's a part of our makeup of who we are. And there's so much wisdom and experience in that, and so much healing that we can experience from that. I am feeling like a little bit emotional here because like we are today in a position where we can actually live the life that we want to live. We don't have to live in a place of like truly being oppressed and not able to like speak our truth, right? Like speak our voice. And again, like obviously systemic oppression exists, and that is something that we are collectively working through right now. And also like we are able to have a voice today. Like we are able to speak up for what is wrong, what is right, what we believe is wrong and right, right? And give voice to our ancestors, really is what it feels like give voice to these people who went through so much um, in order for you to exist today, right? Like give voice to them, allow their story to be heard if that's aligned for you, allow their truth to be spoken, and allow that message to like live through you, right? In whatever it is that you do in your life. Let me tune in here and see what else might be coming up with this card. Yeah, it does just feel like this invitation to connect with them more often, more regularly. I like to thank my ancestors daily for supporting me, being with me, helping me walk this path, thanking them for having walked their path before me so that I could walk this path today, right? We are like in a period of really, really massive change that our ancestors probably couldn't have even thought up. And I am feeling again like this excitement from them, this joy and just like elation that like you are who you are right now and you are on the path that you're on. Like they're so happy for you, and I am feeling the word approve come through, like they're approving of you. I don't necessarily like that word very much because like we don't need approval from anyone, right? But there is that message coming through I wanted to share if that wording resonates with you, right? Like your ancestors approve of the direction you're going in, right? They're like, yes, do it, let's go, you've got this, right? Connection, yes. Okay, yeah, with the connection energy here, it does feel like this connection to like recognizing that our relationship with our ancestors is part of our connection to something bigger, right? Like it's kind of like biological life is amazing. It truly blows my mind. And to acknowledge that like there were just so many people that came before us that like had to exist for us to exist. Like the process of birth and like new life coming into form is so amazing and profound. And this feels like this acknowledgement of like our connection with all that is, our connection with everything that exists in this universe, like the oneness energy. um and I'm feeling this like home energy, like connecting to the home within you that is born of oneness. Interesting. Wow, amazing. Okay, let's get some tarot cards to see what other messages are going to come through here. The Tower, the Page of Wands, the Seven of Swords. I feel like there's another one. And the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, really interesting here. So we have the Tower, the Page of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. I was looking at the Pentacles card here, and the Eight of Pentacles. So let's tune in here. This Tower card has been haunting me. I've pulled it so many times for myself in the past couple of weeks, so here it is again for you this time. And this Tower energy really, I think, speaks to the change and the transition and transformation that we're experiencing. Again, like what I was speaking to about like this change that's happening that our ancestors couldn't have even dreamed of, really. And it feels like this Page of Wands energy feels like, in a positive way, taking advantage of that, right? Like taking advantage of the opportunities that we have to create a different world. That feels very profound and maybe big and overwhelming. And also, like, the way that we create a new world is by creating a life for ourselves that aligns with our soul purpose, our truth of who we are, and aligning with like the change that we came here to embody, right? Because whether you are an activist or not, whether you actively support causes or not, like you showing up in your life and aligning with who you really are is creating change in this world. Living from a place of love creates change in this world, and that is so underestimated because we live in a world of third dimension. We live in a world of action taking, but also we live in a world dominated by masculine energy, right? Which is the doing, it is the action, and the feminine has been dormant for so long. It's coming back to life, it's coming online within all of us, and that is going to help us be more in that being energy and understanding that like our essence, our existence, and our alignment with truth, with love, with source is such a powerful catalyst and transformational process, tool, aspect of change, right? Like energy aligning with like the right energy for us is how we create change. And I don't know how else to like emphasize that for people to understand that and believe that. I think that it needs to be like an experience for themselves, but I'm still going to keep speaking that message, right? Okay, we have Seven of Swords here, Eight of Pentacles. This feels like I'm feeling the strategy energy that comes with this, like this strategic focus, and especially like with the Eight of Pentacles. Like Eight of Pentacles, it's like doing the work, and like doing the things, right? And like the Seven of Pentacles energy, Seven of Swords energy, the Pentacles really just wants to come through here. Seven of Swords energy often can be interpreted as a negative thing. You know, there's often like the deceit energy here, I feel like there's a lot of like strategy in this card though, right? Like he's being very very specific with what he's doing, and especially with like the yellow in this card. The yellow in the tarot speaks to consciousness, awareness. Like he's doing this on purpose. We don't know why he's doing it. We can guess why he's doing it, but like there are things that need to be done in order for your life to be what you want it to be. And this is not in this context about like underhanding people or like doing something shady or like being manipulative or forceful or controlling. This is about like being intentional, being strategic with like how you spend your time. This feels kind of like day-to-day energy here. Like what are you doing in your day? How are you spending your time? Is it how you want to spend your time? Would you rather be doing something else? What can we do on purpose with intention in order to help you get into a place where your day-to-day is what you want your life to be, right? Because we are going through this transition space. You're going through a transition space, a change, right? There's change energy happening here, and it could be fast moving. The Tower sometimes speaks to fast moving change. The Page of Wands feels like really going for the opportunity at hand, like taking advantage of the opportunity. It feels like taking advantage of this change energy, right? Like what do you want to see happen in your life? Yeah, how do you want your life to change? How is it changing already because it's there, but also how can you like capitalize on this change in a positive way, right? Like use it for your benefit, use it for the change that our ancestors wanted, right? Like the change that they seeded within us, that was going to come through us at this point, at this time, right? Like their strength, their energy, their power and grit. Like gosh, you have to have had, I feel like being alive on earth requires a level of grit, but like our ancestors, like man, they really pulled through on some shit, right? Like they had to like survive, right? Like they really had to live in a place of survival. And now we're in a position where we get to like choose, right? Like we get to choose to come into a thriving energy, get out of survival mode, and really like be intentional with our lives. Let's see what else is coming through here. The Nine of Cups, the Magician, and the Five of Wands. Okay. Nine of Cups, Magician, Five of Wands. Nine of Cups, it really speaks to, I'm feeling like the fulfillment energy here. It does also speak to gratitude and appreciation. And it does, I am feeling this like obviously appreciation and gratitude for our ancestors, also for yourself, for the energy you're embodying, for the choices that you're making, right, in order to like create something new on this earth. And especially like magician energy with it here. Like the Magician is about like creating on purpose, like using everything that you have learned, that you've experienced, that has been gifted to you, that like runs through your body from your ancestral line, using the support of your guides, your spirit team, like using all of your resources to experience the wholeness that you are, right? To experience your whole self and to create from that place, right? That feels so good to me. Okay, Five of Wands energy, conflict, defensiveness a little bit, right? Like there's some like resistance here to that. I'm also kind of just feeling like the everyday challenges that we come up against, right? Like, man, I wish life was just easy sometimes. I wish that there weren't challenges, that there weren't things that got in the way, but like, that's so much a part of what we're doing here is like facing challenges, confronting them, choosing how we want to work with them, what we want to do with them, how we're going to respond, and like using it to like move us in the direction we want to go in, right? And that feels like, again, like the intentional energy I was speaking to of like, and especially again with the magician here, like intentionally taking advantage of this change that you're experiencing, like using the challenges that come up for you to your advantage, letting them like guide you and shape you and be like, okay, this is not what I want, what do I want? Feeling the strength that comes from like overcoming something, right? And like this Nine of Cups energy feels so much like your cup is full. Like fill your cup up, really. Like do what you need to do to fill your cup up so that your cup is full, so that you can create intentionally from the most aligned place for you, from the place that is like most true for you and the expression you came here to express. Okay, let's get some more cards and see what else is going to come through here. The Eight of Swords, the Ten of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. Okay, Eight of Swords, Ten of Cups, Six of Pentacles. I personally really appreciate the Eight of Swords energy. I know that this is one of the cards that can be a little challenging for people, but I feel like this card really speaks to illusion, and like being, yes, there's like this energy of being trapped, but especially having it come up with the Ten of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. It's like you are not trapped. Like being trapped is an illusion, right? Like being trapped is old paradigm energy, like not knowing our true power, like the shit that our ancestors went through, right? Like that was like, God, like they really didn't have a lot of wiggle room, right? Like they weren't, I mean, obviously everyone's different, right? Like everyone has a different experience, but historically speaking, humanity has not been kind to each other, right? Like there's been a lot of really terrible things that have happened. And like there wasn't much wiggle room for them. And like for us, we have so much opportunity. We have so much potential. We have so much within us that we can bring that like creates, sorry, I had to go see what that noise was to make sure my kitties were not getting up to trouble. But this potential that we have is what allows us to like create this Ten of Cups energy, where it's like kind of this very idyllic, ideal, beautiful life, right? And the Six of Pentacles here too with that. This is reciprocity. This is equal give and take. This feels like I'm feeling unity consciousness here, like definitely harmony, right? The Six is a harmony energy. This feels like I really am feeling like this kind of utopian vision of like this perfect, beautiful society of people really like loving each other and holding each other, working with each other, this beautiful community. And I don't think we'll see that in our lifetime. I don't know what the future of Earth looks like. But holding that vision and holding that energy can be healing, right? Like it helps to kind of anchor that energy into the world, into our lives. It sets up like a new potential, a new vision for humanity. And it helps, if you have that in your field, this like vision of hope and healing and unity, harmony, peace, right, on earth, if you have that vision for the world, like you carry that with you in your energy field, and you're kind of like dispersing that energy out wherever you go, and other people can pick up on that unconsciously, probably, most likely. But like there's this new world that we're creating, right? And like we get to choose how we see it, how we embody it, and what we're bringing to it, right? And like this Eight of Swords energy, it's really speaking to like the illusion of what life is, right? Like we are fed a lot of fear, a lot of separation energy, a lot of hate energy, disconnection from ourselves, from each other, from source. Like that is what we are fed, and that is what we see play out in the world, in a very unconscious way, right? And when we become conscious and we become deliberate with our lives and with our energy, like we get to release that illusion, like lift the veil, right? Like get rid of like the lies that we have been fed, frankly, right, about how the world is, about how life should be. Like no, like we get to have a good life. We get to choose to have a good life and to help each other, to live in connection with each other, to support each other. Like we get to do something different that like hasn't, I mean, maybe like in Lemuria and Atlantis, right? Like there were probably, I would assume, those energies there. I know for sure in Lemuria there was a lot of unity energy and harmony energy, and like we're bringing that back, right? Like thinking back to like that time, like however many years ago that was, these lost societies that were conscious and awake and living in alignment, in like being connected with the earth and with each other. Like we're bringing that energy in, right? And it's different than it was before because we're different, right? Humanity is different. We're in a really big place of evolution here for our species. So let's see. Okay, I think a couple more cards wanted to come through this deck, and then we'll pull some final guidance. The Ten of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Hierophant. Okay, yeah, this kind of solidifies a lot of what I was saying. So Ten of Swords, Seven of Cups, and Hierophant. Ten of Swords is done. Done energy, completion energy, like stick a fork in it, it's done, right? Just like absolutely coming to conclusion with something. And then like, right, we have the darkness in the sky here, and like the dawn is coming, like something new is coming. There's something different coming, there's light coming. The Seven of Cups speaks to, I'm really kind of feeling the decision energy here. Like there's like a lot of like dream energy, like endless opportunity, endless potential. And yeah, I am feeling that come through here. And there's also like a decision to be made, right? Like a decision of like, what do I want? What do I want to choose? What do I want to see in the world? What do I want to see in my life? The Hierophant coming through with this is very much about like, it's your choice. You are the one who gets to decide. You are the one who gets to, who has to move forward with your life, right? Like you're the one who has to live your life. No one else is living your life. You are living your life. So what do you want your life to look like, right? Like what do you want to see? I feel like I'm a broken record here. Like what do you want to see in the world? Connecting with the wisdom within, right? Like being your own decision maker, not letting what is happening in the world dictate how you live your life and how you show up in the world and how you treat yourself and treat the people around you, how you spend your money, how you spend your time, how you like what you do for work, right? Like not letting the world around you and what is happening in the world right now be the decider of your life. You are the decider of your life. You get to decide how your life goes, right? Obviously there's a lot of unknowns in life, and like there's no certainty for sure with what's going to happen, but like we have options here. We have potential here. We have the support of our ancestors here. Yes. We have so much for us. We have so much opportunity. I know it's challenging. I feel like I said that so passively. What's the word? Passe? I don't know. Nonchalantly, I guess. But like, it's really hard being human sometimes. I know. I have been through a lot of hard shit. And also, like, we're so powerful. We have so much capability and potential. Like, draw on that strength within you, yeah? Like, draw on the strength and support of your ancestors. Like, have that be part of your, like, guiding light, your guiding focus, your North Star, so to speak. Because, like, we do have the ability to create something new and beautiful in this world with each other, like in connection with each other. Let's get some final guidance cards here. Final guidance. The Three of Swords. And perspective. Wow, okay. The Three of Swords energy in this card, I'm kind of like picking up on a little bit of sass from her. I'm also feeling some uncertainty here too. There's a little bit of uncertainty and hesitation even, and I feel like I did just kind of put a lot of like big energies in this reading, like not put them there, but like put them at you. Like they came through, and it's kind of a lot to take on. And it's like, whoa, what do you mean like it's up to me to kind of change the world? And it's like, it's not up to you entirely to change the world. Like we're all doing it together, right? This does feel like some hesitation and some doubts even, maybe some like fear of like things not working out, fear of like not being accepted, fear of not getting what you want, like getting the life that you want, receiving the love that you want. It feels like a little bit of concern with that, which is so understandable. And again, it's a part of the process, and it's also like why we do this work. It's why we tune into readings like this, so that we can like get more connected with ourselves, right? Ourselves, and realign our energy with where we want to focus, right? So like this is my recommendation. Do something, if possible, every single day to get clear on where you're focusing your energy and attention. Like, do you want to focus on the disconnection and fear-mongering and hate and breakdown of the world? Like, do you want to focus on that? Or do you want to focus on like something light, something loving, like focus on like a loving energy that you want to put out in the world, like a peaceful energy? That's how we create change in our lives and ultimately the world. It's by the day-to-day, right? This like day-to-day energy of how we spend our time, how we focus our energy. Like, what energy do you want to embody? Do you want to embody love, freedom, expansion, connection, divinity? What is it, right? Like also, if you've never done this before, I would recommend figuring out what your core values are, because that can be a good guiding North Star direction for the decisions you make in your day-to-day. So I would like Google a list of values, right? Like it should be a pretty big long list, and just go through them all and see which ones resonate with you the most, right? Like pick your top 10, then pick your top 3, or 5, 3 to 5, and have those be your guidance, right? Okay, and so we have perspective here as well, right? And I feel like kind of what I spoke to just now speaks to this card. This is about seeing things in a different way, right? Because this might be the old way that we saw things, but now we get to see things through this lens, right? Through this lens. Having perspective of like how far we have come individually and collectively. Caveat here, I know it looks like the world is falling apart. It's because there's more light coming into the world right now. There's a change happening. There's a transition happening. We are evolving. We're ascending. We have to clear out all of the dark and unaligned and disconnected stuff in order to like go to this next level, right? If you've ever experienced your own dark night of the soul, that's kind of what's happening a little bit on the collective level, is like a collective dark night of the soul, which is why it looks really like not great, right? But recognizing that, right? Like being like, oh, this is just a transition period. Like, and again, like none of this is really real, right? Like so much of what we're fed is an illusion, and like the real truth is like within us, in our souls, on a like deeper source energy level, right? Like that is the truth of who we are. And like in this image, like it's like galaxies in her hair. It's like really like just going broad with it, like being like what's actually important here, right? Like what's actually important for me to do with this moment, like with the day that I have ahead of me. Yeah. Let's take a breath. Exhale. Let's take another deep breath in and exhale. So I do feel like that was a lot. So definitely like drink some water, take care of yourself, listen to your body, because that was a lot of information and energy that came through. Let's take another deep breath even. And exhale. Yeah, get grounded. Do something to get grounded for sure. Yeah, connect with yourself, connect with your needs, with what your body needs, your soul needs, your mind needs, your inner child needs, and take care of yourself, right? So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.